ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਮੈਥਿਕ। ਇੱਥੇ 1984 ਦਾ 40 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਯਾਦਗਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੇਸਿਕਸ ਆਫ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਨੇ ਐਗਜ਼ੀਬਿਸ਼ਨ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ। ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਅੰਦਰ, ਦੇਖੀਏ ਕੀ ਕੁਛ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ।
ਮਨੋ ਸਾਡੀ ਦਾਤਰੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਨੋ ਦੇ ਸੋਏ, ਜਿਉਂ ਜਿਉਂ ਮਨੋ ਵੱਢਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੂਰ ਸਵਾਏ ਹੋਏ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। We've got Gurpreet Singh here with us from Saving Punjab, and here at the event 1984, remembering 1984 from Basics of Sikhi. Gurpreet Singh, can you share your thoughts?
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਆ 40 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਆ 1984 ਦੇ ਘੱਲੂਘਾਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੇਵਿੰਗ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਦਾਸ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਆ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਕਿ 40 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਆ 1984 ਦੇ, ਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੀ ਕੌਮ ਦੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ 40 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ, ਪਾਣੀ ਦੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ, ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਦੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ, ਧਰਮ ਯੁੱਧ ਮੋਰਚੇ ਦੇ ਮੱਤਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੱਖ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੁਰੀ ਹੋਈ ਆ, ਜਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਵਾਪਸ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਚੁੱਕਾ ਆ, ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ 1984 ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਤ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕੀਤੀ। ਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸੇਵਿੰਗ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ਾ ਦਿਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੌਮ ਦੇ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਕੀ ਆ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
सगल द्वार को छाड़ के कहों तुहारो द्वार, बाहेंगे की लाजस गोबिंदास तुहार। Guru ji has given us a very important message. A message that we leave all of the doors, we leave knocking at people's house doors, leave knocking at 10 Downing Street, leave all the petitions and everything behind, and come to the one door that's our door. The one door that's always open for us, and the one door, the only door through which we can get justice. And that's the Guru's door. And it's beautiful today to see so many people, young and old, of all different Jathebandiyah, come together in remembrance of the 1984 Gurdwara. Because when that Gurdwara happened, it was all of our blood that spilt. It was our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, our Guru on the front line who gave their shahidi. And that's what we've come for here today. And the main reason is here today we can empower each other, we can inspire each other to learn more, to step forward and do more, to read more Bani, to talk about these things in our families, in our Guru Gars, and build together and build stronger. So with Maharaj Kirpa, Basics of Sikhi and all the other Jathebandi have come together to have this expo today, and I'm not going to take too much more of your time. We're going to start with a spoken word poem by Bibi Amarjit Kaur. So beinti to Bibi ji to come to the front, and after that we'll have Bhai Harjinder Singh, who's going to go through some of the artifacts of some of the Shaheed Singhs that were blessed with Shahidi, and some of their artifacts are here today, and Bhai Sahib's going to talk through those artifacts, after which then we'll have a look at an amazing documentary. So just a benti to Bibiji to come to the front, please.
Beneath the tiles of the Parkadma lay the bodies of my brothers. From the walls of Guru Ram Das Ji screamed the voices of my bride, and know the next destination. Their sacrifice has just united a nation. Wounds cut so deep that they can't stay asleep, because the sound of those gunshots still echo today. My sisters that were raped have not managed to escape the flashbacks. They still wake up and wonder if their sister next in line got away, or was her life over that same day. Will those memories ever be healed of my brothers taken shot on the battlefield? Days later, the attack came to an end, but our shaheeds will live on forever. 40 years on, as we stand here today, marking 40 years, we remember the blood, the bullets, and the endless tears. We remember those that gave their lives but not their faith, those that were tortured, killed, those that still haven't escaped. Those mothers that prepared meals for their families, just like they did every other day. But instead, all they were digesting was witnessing their sons being dragged away, watching their husbands being beaten for nothing more than being a Sikh, their houses raided and everything happening so quick. We think about our innocent sisters that were raped over and over as if it was a game that earned some points. How their naked bodies were openly paraded whilst they couldn't find their voice. Those innocent newborn babies that were welcomed into this world by the sounds of bullets and grenades. Those children that instead of feeling their mother's love felt the power of guns and blades. Innocent children that walked the streets were picked up and beat. Children learnt how to die before they learnt how to speak. How many times are we going to sit here and remember? How many times are we going to hear this history and cry? How many times are we going to sit back whilst more of our own continue to die? How many times do we need to hear it before it reminds us to be conscious of how we live? How many times are we going to be told to forget and to forgive? How many times do we have to scream and shout in order for our voices to be heard? How many times are we going to refrain from using the word genocide like it's a swear word? 40 years on, and what has really changed? Until we wake up, this genocide will always remain. This Sikhi has come with a price that we're yet to pay. So in honour of our shaheeds, let's unite and pray. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
That was Bibi Amarjit Kaur, who read a very powerful spoken word poem that she wrote herself. And at this point, being inspired by what she did and writing that poem, I just want to do a benti to everyone that's here as well, all the Sangat, all the youth, all the children, all the elders, all the Bajurg. This is our house. This is all of our house. Not one of us has more claim than anyone else. It's all of our house. So benti I want to do to everyone, like Benji wrote that poem, those of you who've got skills to write poems, write poetry. Come up here, we'll give you the time. You could come here and recite your poetry. Those who've got skills to write books, write books. Those who've got the skills to tell Sakyam and do a podcast, do that. Those who are skilled artists, this artwork didn't make itself. It's someone who's inspired to do it. And each of you have a skill. Some of your skill might just be able to get other people to the Gurukar. And that's just an important skill. We need everyone to come together and do their bit. Everyone has to do something. We all have to do something. And now with that, I'm going to do a painting by Harjinder Singh, who's going to go through some of the Sikh artifacts and living history that we have here with us today. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So I was blessed to go on tour with this museum in Toronto. And when we were there, the Sangat queued up for like 90 minutes at a time to see these things. And in the UK, we sort of disrespect the museum. We just sort of walk past it, including myself, so I'm not having away anyone else. But there, I saw the bar, not the Sangat. So previously, when they've toured there, when they've been to experience Sikh Smargam, Sangat had to queue for 3.5 hours to see the items. So because there's less of you here, you've got more of an opportunity to see the things properly. So the first item we've got is Bhai Surinder Singh Sodhi's Jola and sword. So Bhai Surinder Singh Sodhi was the right-hand arm of Sant Jarnail Singh, and he's known for the assassination of Harbans Lal Khanna on the 2nd of April in 1984. Harbans Lal Khanna was the BJP leader for Amritsar, and he was the MLA as well. He killed 11 Sikhs over 2 years, and he led processions against Darbar Sahib or Amritsar getting holy city status. And he went as far as destroying a painting of Guru Ram Das at the Amritsar train station, and they burnt it with cigarette butts. And then they also destroyed a model of Darbar Sahib in the train station, and they did nare like this was Sir te pagri rehn na deni, kach kirpan bhej deo Pakistan. So this was Harbans Lal Khanna. So this is the guy that Sodhi actually assassinated on the 2nd of April, and Sodhi then gets assassinated himself on the 13th of April in 1984. So the next item we're going to show is Shahid Bhai Rasal Singh Arfkes Sarblo Mala. So Bhai Sahib was involved in a lot of actions during the Sangharsh. Now Bhai Sahib is one of the actual shaheeds of June 1984 as well. So he actually assassinated someone called Bichu Ram on the 18th of December 1983. Bichu Ram was a Firozpur police officer who had arrested Bhai Lair Singh. So Bhai Lair Singh was a Gur Sikh who did a Rasta Roko. As part of the Dharmiyat Morcha, Bhai Lair Singh with his family stopped a major road blockage with himself, his wife and his 5 daughters. 7 family members stopped the traffic for 3 hours. Bichu Ram turned up, and what Bichu Ram did, he said, why are you doing this? And he said, Sant Jarnail Singh tells us to do these things. And he asks him, he said, where did you take Amrit from? And he says, from Sant Jarnail Singh's Jatha. And he says, okay, then he cuts his beard off. And he says, now go back to Sant Jarnail Singh and tell him I'll cut your beard off. Sant Jarnail Singh mentions this in the speeches. When Sant Jarnail Singh mentions it, he says, whenever anyone asks you where you take Amrit from, you should say, I took it from the Panj Pyare, not any Jatha. So he's even saying that about the Ksal as well. So it's
to say your Amrit is from the Guru, not from any Jathebandi. But Bhai Sahib, then what he did, by the Sal Singh, he went underground for 7.5 months to kill Bichu Ram. And alongside him was an Ishtanji, who was a Mahakal Singh called Bhai Jeb Singh from the Dal Bidhi Chand. Now, because his name was Mahakal, which is a honorific title, and as a Maryada around it in the Dals, they thought, the police did, and the agencies, that he's called Mahakal because he's killing so many people. So they were scared of him more because of that. So Bhai Jeb Singh Mahakal actually shot Bichu Ram first, and then by the Sal Singh then emptied his gun out into him. And there was another Singh called Bhai Janal Singh Buha, who had the motorbike ready for them to leave. All these three Singhs fought in the attack. So Bhai Sal Singh had a morcha somewhere else, but by the Mahakal Singh, he was actually on the side of the Akal Takht side till the 6th of June. He gets shaheed on the 6th of June. Bhai Sal Singh gets shaheed then as well. But Bhai Janal Singh Buha actually gets injured and gets arrested, but then he carries on the Sangharsh and gets shaheed afterwards. So the next item we've got is from Bhai Major Singh Nagoke. Now this is his chola, gatra and mala. So it's 3 items of his. So Bhai Sahib was the Singh, or one of the Singhs, who assassinated the Punjab Police DIG Atwal outside Darbar Sahib on the 25th of April 1983. General Lab Singh is said to have a hand in that as well. So DIG Atwal, why did the Singhs kill him? What DIG Atwal had done was he was trying to arrest Santan Singh from the complex. That was the reason for his visit. So he's scoping out. Secondly, this Atwal, when Santan Singh also courted arrest in 1981, DIG Atwal was the one who opened fire on the Singhs and killed 18 Singhs on that day. And the bodies of those Singhs were internally returned as well. And then Atwal, this same DIG, he got one of his subordinates to parade a young Sikh girl naked through her bend. And the officer who did it, he held her by her breasts as well when he did it. Yeah? And DIG Atwal boasted about this, I got my subordinate to do this, and he was promoted as a result of that. So these are the things that these people did. So if we sometimes think that these Singhs assassinated people, well, look at the crimes, look at the things they did, and then the Singhs took them out after all of that went on as well. They didn't actually go straight away to kill someone. It's after horrific crimes that these people committed. Bhai Major Singh Nagoke is one of the Singhs who survives till the 10th of June in the attack as well. So he's in the Ramgariya Bunga, and they actually put poisonous gases and stuff into the Bunga, into the basement, to then get him sheathed because he's still alive. And the Singhs say that if he knew that it was the President of India, Zal Singh, visiting on that day, I think it's on the 8th or 9th of June, he would have probably killed him. He did actually shoot from the Bunga as well, but they couldn't access him, the army couldn't. So the next item is from Shaheed Bhai Lakha Singh Nagoke. It's his Chand Tora, his Kirpan and his Khajana. So Bhai Lakha Singh Nagoke came to the Sangat of Sant Janal Singh, and so the Nagoka Jatha, it was a bunch of Singhs who were known for being perfect assassins, let's say. So one of them was involved in the Rankari Kand as well. He's the third Singh. He was the one who was actually working in the compound of Burchana. So that's how Ranjit Singh and the other Singhs get access as well. And they spent 3 months in Tihar jail as a suspect in the Rankari Kand, in Tihar jail, by Lakha Singh did, and he was tortured mercilessly. And then in April 1984, when on a mission to help a poor family, he gets assassinated by the police as well. So the next item is from Shaheed Bhai Dara Singh, who's the driver of Sant Janal Singh. It's his chola and his mala. So this family had a long history with the Taksal, and Bhai Dara Singh was initially the driver of Baba Jeevan Singh and Baba Hari Singh Kar Seva. And then when he heard about the 1978 massacre of the Gursikhs, he was hurt deeply, and he joined Sant Janal Singh and became Sant Janal Singh's driver. So he's the guy who drives the car to get Sant Janal Singh out of Chandokala and also out of Bombay. When Sant Janal Singh escaped from Bombay, Ribeiro, who later became the DGP of Punjab Police, had actually said, I will arrest Sant Janal Singh, and so had the Shiv Sena government. And what the bodyguards tell us is that how Sant Janal Singh escaped from there, Sanji said to the Singhs in the car, he said, all of you wear civilian clothes, I'm going to wear my chola, but none of you can speak if you get stopped by the police. And they actually get to a police checkpoint, and Sanji does the window down and says, who are you looking for? And they say, this bin Rawala guy, this is his photo. And the police don't recognise Sanji. On Rabajan, that's what Sant Janal Singh did at that time, yeah? And yeah, Sant Janal Singh said, yeah, we're just a businessman, we were here doing business and we're leaving now, we're going towards Punjab. And they drove out of there cleanly, yeah. And the bodyguards, some of them were there, actually on the day one of them was there, he told me what happened. So there's a car full of Gurdwara, and they said, we don't know how Sant Janal Singh did it, but we got out of there. So this same Dara Singh was actually driving the car that day as well. In June 1984, he also was delivering ammunition around the complex. So this guy is going around during the fire and everything else, delivering guns to different things around the complex. So on the 6th of June, they say he gets shaheed as well from the Akal Takht side. And his son also gets shaheed as well in the attack as well by Bachittar Singh. So the next item is shaheed by the Lord Singh Lathuwal's Kirpan and axe. So Bhai Sahib was linked to Taksar from a young age through Sant Gurbachan Singh, Sant Janal Singh, and his father, Jarnail Singh, was also the Garvei of Sant Kartar Singh. Now Bhai Sahib also served in the Indian Army for 2 years and left for personal reasons. He was present also in the protest for Vaisakhi 1978 when the Singhs get shaheed. Also in the Gurbachana Khan, so the assassination of Gurbachana, he gets named in the arrest warrants. So he therefore then stays permanently with Sant Janal Singh, and he went to, so even though there's arrest warrants, he went to attend his brother's wedding and someone informed him and he gets arrested. He's also then held in jail, in Tihar jail in Delhi. So Tihar jail, if no one knows, it's known as the worst jail in Asia. Yeah, so he's in the jail for 3 months, he gets bail and he leaves. And then a few days before the attack, Sant Janal Singh asked him, he said, leave the complex, you just got married, you got a young child, you should leave. And he said back to Santji, he said, well, I'm going to stay with you. If you leave, then I'll leave. And Santji said, what happened to your children? And he said back to Sant Janal Singh, you've got 2 sons as well. So he then stayed. So Sant Janal Singh was actually trying to get Singhs to leave as well. It wasn't like Sant Janal Singh on a hell-bent mission to get everyone martyred. So he's one of the Singhs who fought on the 6th of June as well and got shaheed. Shaheed Bhai Avtar Singh Parowal. This is the Gursikh who actually got shaheed doing Kirtan. So what happens is he gets shot during the attack. This is on the 6th of June. He's finished the Ragi Singh. There's 2 of them, so they did stop duties. Bhai Gurdwara Singh, associated with the Khan Kirtan Jatha, did duties, and so did this Bhai Avtar Singh Parowal. So they're taking in turns to do the Kirtan and keep the Maryada going on the bar side. But Bhai Parowal gets shot in the leg, and the bullet penetrates one leg and goes into the other one as well. And what the Singhs do is they put him against a wall, a pillar, to sit him up. And they bandage him up and take the bullet out. So Bhai Gurdwara Singh actually takes a bullet out of his leg as well. And they bandage him up the best they can. And then they leave him resting against the wall. And then when they check later on, he's actually passed away. So he just got shaheed just sitting there. And so Bhai Santokh Singh Tepawala. Have you got that? Oh no, that's the one we missed. So Bhai Santokh Singh, this is his Jola, and Bhai Santokh Singh Tepawala, so he's the Singh who recorded Sant Janal Singh's speeches and the Gatha audios as well. So he's there, and that we've got the history that we've got today. And he was also shaheed during the attack as well. Shaheed Bhai Gurmeet Singh Khuda. So this Singh is only 16, 17 years old. This is how young he was. And he gets shaheed in the attack as well. And he gets involved with Sant Janal Singh, like in the Sangat in the Daniyat Morcha from the age of 15. And he courts arrest on 2 different occasions, once with Baba Harnam Singh Rampur Kherewale. And then before the attack in May 1984, he says to his family, the attack's going to happen, I'm going to fight. At the age of 16, 17. And his family implore him not to go. And he says to them, if you're going to stop me, I will take poison, or I'll commit suicide under a train. So then they agree for him to leave, and then he gets shaheed in the attack. So that was his wish and desire, to defend Darbar Sahib. So the clothes that we've got, we're blessed by the families of the Shaheed Parwars who've actually gifted the museum with these items. So Pulchuk Dikhema, Bodan Tangat Pulahangyam, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Those are some very important artifacts, and I do benti to the Sangat, those of you with families as well, when there's a break or after the smagam's over, come and have a closer look at them. Come and do a benti if you can, feel what the weight of the mala is that those Sikh had at that time. And Bhai Sahib from SIKH Channel, by Jagtar Singh, He did a benti just a minute ago. He said he was present in 1984 and he wanted to share just 2 minutes of vichar of what it was like. And an important thing, 1984 wasn't that long ago, it's only 40 years. If we look in our own houses, we'll find people who were there. We'll find, like, if I look in my own house, I can see my father-in-law often used to tell the stories how he got arrested and he was put in jail in the 80s, in 84. The Gyani from this Gurukar, Gyani Balbir Singh, some of you might know him, the one with the Langdara, he was there in 1984. One day he opened up and he did a katha on his experiences. And it's crazy because we can tell you, I can read and I can tell you what happened, I can tell you the chronology, but they can tell you what it smelled like. They can tell you the smell of burning flesh. They can tell you what the sounds were like, how loud the bombs were. They could tell you the sights. They could tell you the feeling. They were there, they saw it. And we have people in our families that saw this also, experienced it also from their own villages. We have youngsters who are young, 5 or 6 years old, coming home from school. And there's one pracharak who's Katha and Kirtan often in this Gurdwara, and he tells the Sakhi the story. He was there, coming home from school, and he could hear bombs. And he went running home from school and locked him in his house. There's a SIKH just down the road, Devonshire Road, from just down the road here in Smethwick. And randomly one day he started talking and he started sharing his experience, how he was there in November 1984. And in November, he was just a youngster, about 6, 7 years old, how his Hindu neighbours grabbed him, put him in a cupboard and locked him in their cupboard to save him. And in that cupboard, he had to shit and piss in that cupboard for 2 days, and they would just put him morsels of food. And he tells, I could smell the burning of our Sikh brothers. I could smell the petrol. I could hear the screams of our sisters in the house next door. These are people who are alive today who saw these things. So it's very important for us to talk to them, talk to these people, talk to the people that were here and felt the backlashes thousands of miles away and what they did. Some of our family members have recorded videos of VHS of what happened in the news reports. We need to get those, digitalize them, put them online and share them with the Sangat. And this Gurdwara stage, it doesn't belong to anyone, it belongs to the Sangat. So Bhai Sahib did a benti that I was there, I want to share my experience. So let's listen to what Bhai Sahib got to say. And a benti to the... Let's Bhai Sahib.
1984 ਘੱਲੂਘਾਰਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਿੰਘੜੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਯਾਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਕੱਤਰ ਹੋਈ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਗੱਜ ਵੱਜ ਕੇ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਓ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦੋ ਤਿੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਉਮਰ ਦੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਚਮਕੌਰ ਦੀ ਕੱਚੀ ਗੜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 40 ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨੇ 10 ਲੱਖ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ। ਔਰ ਜੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ, ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਤੋਂ 20 ਕਿਲੋਮੀਟਰ ਪਿੰਡ ਆ। ਜਦੋਂ 84 ਹੋਇਆ ਉਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀ। ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ 8 ਮਾਰਚ 1984 ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੀ ਸ਼ਾਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਚੌਂਕ ਮਹਿਤੇ। ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ 15 ਦਿਨ ਘੇਰ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਸੰਤ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਭਿੰਡਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਬੜਾ ਤਕੜਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਵੀ ਬਣਿਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸੰਦੇਸ਼ ਜਾਰੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ 84 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸੰਤ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਭਿੰਡਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਾਲ 150-200 ਸਿੰਘ ਸੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਹਲੇ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਫੌਜੀ ਮੂੰਹ 'ਤੇ ਪਾ ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਕਮਾਂਡੋ ਸੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੀ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਗਰਕ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੇ। ਔਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਿੰਘਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ ਟੈਂਕ ਵੀ ਆ ਜਾਣਗੇ। ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸਘਾਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੌਰਮੈਂਟ ਨੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਪਿੱਠ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੋਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਧੀ। ਔਰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਲਾਸ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਢੇਰ ਲਾ ਦਿੱਤੇ, ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਜਾਣੀ ਜਾਣ। ਔਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਗੋਲੀਬਾਰੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ, ਮੈਂ ਵੇਖਿਆ 1971 ਦੀ ਲੜਾਈ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ, ਉਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਦਰਵਾਜ਼ੇ ਹਿਲਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ। ਅਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਟੈਂਕ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਦਰਵਾਜ਼ੇ ਹਿਲਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਹੀ ਦੁੱਖ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੀ ਮਾਰਦੇ। ਜਦੋਂ ਅਹਿਮਦ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਅਬਦਾਲੀ ਬੜੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣ ਆਏ ਆ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੁੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਆਪਣਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਾਰਿਆ। ਔਰ ਟੈਂਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਹੀ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਾਸੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਟੈਂਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਭੁੱਲ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਔਰ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਆ ਚਾਂਦਨੀ ਚੌਂਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਨਾ ਕਹੂੰ ਅੱਬ ਕੀ ਨਾ ਕਹੂੰ ਤਬ ਕੀ, ਅਗਰ ਨਾ ਉੱਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੁੰਤੋਦੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਮੁੱਲ ਪਾਇਆ ਔਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਪੈਰਵ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਨੂੰ ਢਾਇਆ। ਔਰ 52 ਰਾਜੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਗਵਾਲੀਅਰ ਦੇ ਕਿਲ੍ਹੇ 'ਚੋਂ ਛਡਾਈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਮੁੱਲ ਪਾਇਆ? ਉਹਨਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਪੰਗੇ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਰਹੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਾਣਾ। ਸੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਚਮਕੌਰ ਦੀ ਗੜੀ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ 10 ਲੱਖ ਦਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੰਤ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਭਿੰਡਰਾਲੇ ਸੀ 150-200 ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਰਾਗੜੀ ਦੀ ਜੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 21 ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਉਂ 10,000 ਪਠਾਣਾ ਦੇ ਆਉ ਲਾਏ, ਕਾਰਨ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਲੇ ਸੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਖੰਡੇ ਬਾਟੇ ਦਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਕਿਆ ਸੀ, ਉਹ ਮਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਮਖੌਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤਰੋ ਧੀਓ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਧਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਜੀਓ, ਹੋਈਆਂ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਾਫੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. In a moment, they're going to switch the lights off and we're going to watch a section of a very important documentary called The Battle of Amritsar. It's an amazing documentary. Please, everyone stay. Those of you who are at the back, come and sit down at the sides. This is home. You know what? This is home. Come, sit and learn. And before that, by Kuldeep Singh Deol, the Mukh Sevadar of this Guru Kar is going to do 2 minutes, straight after which we're going to go straight into the documentary. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Guru Pyare Sath Sangat Ji, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So, Sath Sangat Ji, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you all. Thanks to all the Sevadars, thanks to the youth, but most of all, thanks to Tan Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, who's making this possible for us to get together, do these kind of events. The numbers today speak for themselves. Khalsa Ji, we need to get together. 40 years, still no justice. So we've been talking about this for 40 years and we received no justice. But those shaheeds that actually stood up to the tyranny at the time, they laid down their families, they laid down their lives, they laid down everything, all their well-being, everything, so that we could be free. If we've got our heads up high, it's because of the qurbani of those shaheeds and their families. So we should always remember them. So 16th of June, there's the rally. We should go in big numbers, the biggest numbers we've ever gone. Apparently, when 84 happened, 22 coaches went from this Gurdwara Sahib and a full train load. So we need to kind of maximize those kind of numbers. So we're booking seats here at the Gurdwara Sahib as well, so you can book in the admin office. But what I do want to say is, look, 250 to 300,000 people wiped out, terminated, genocide, ethnic cleansing, whatever you want to call it. They called it riots for a long time because they used the word riots to gain something in the elections, and that's what Indira Gandhi did, because she was having a bad time. She'd been to jail, she needed communal riots, she needed something to show the majority, the Hindu majority. We don't have anything against Hindus as such, but the politicians use faith against each other, or groups or communities. So if we've learnt anything this year, Khalsa Ji, so transnational repression has become a massive term. So pehla ta sanu ghar maarde si, so people got out of Punjab. Now they're going from country to country, whether it be Pakistan. We already know what's going on in India. 35, 40 years, people have rotted inside, their families have suffered, but even the youth these days, again locked up. Jagtar Singh Jol from Britain, we were thinking we're safe out here. Onu vi chak ke andar utarta, 6.5 years almost. So Khalsa Ji, we need to get together, just like the missiles used to get together, and they actually flew the Nishan Sahib on the Red Fort, which jada Kisani Morcha ch bada chubya siga ina sarkaran nu. We did that when we were in such small numbers. So one thing that has been proven over the last few days, which we should see as a massive achievement, is the Panth can get together. Punjab can get together. 400,000 votes for a man that's sitting in jail. Supposedly that's a radical. They've been alleging he's a terrorist. He got 400,000 votes. Over 400,000 votes. The difference was over 200,000 votes. By Sarbjit Singh, the son of Shaheed Bhai Beyant Singh, he got 200,000 votes, plus his lead was something like 100,000 as well. So we've shown we can do it, we can get together. So just like the missiles used to, we should get together and show unity. So please, 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 16 June ਨੂੰ ਰੈਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੰਡਨ ਪਹੁੰਚੀਏ, ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ 10 ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। got Kuldeep Singh here, Mukh Sevadar of Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smethwick. Kuldeep Singh, can you say a few words about the event today?
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਜੀ So we'd like to thank SIKH CHANNEL as well today and their team for covering this event. So a lot of youth organisations and Panthak organisations have got together today to arrange this event. ਤੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਅਪਾਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ you can see in the room that can easily cater for I don't know 700-800 people. There's probably more than that in there right now.
The numbers are amazing,
quite big, yeah. So I think ਇਹ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਵਰਤਾਰਾ ਵਰਤ ਰਿਹਾ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਸਿਰਜਿਆ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿਰ ਉੱਤੇ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਥਾਪਿਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਹਿ ਜਾ ਰੱਖੀ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਇਹ ਉਦੋਂ ਨਾ ਖੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਸਿਰ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਸਿਰ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਸਾਥੋਂ ਤੁਰ ਹੋਣਾ So we owe it to our shaheeds 40 years now this month 40 years this exact week June the 6th is 40 years and we've still not had any justice so those singaniya bache bajorg that stood up against tyranny against genocide against the world's biggest democracy we know it as but they carried out a genocide it's almost like a dictatorship so ਅਸੀਂ ਸਦਾ ਹੀ ਰੇਡੀ ਰਹਾਂਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਆ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ who made this program massive success alongside this 16th of June the rally in London we should all ਵੱਧ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ we should show just as we have in the Punjab elections this week that we can achieve great things when we work together Bhai Amritpal Singh a person that's in jail achieved over 400,000 votes his lead was over 200,000 that was the gap to the next candidate and Bhai Sarkjit Singh who's Shaheed Bhai Beyant Singh's son they achieved over 200,000 votes and their lead was over 100,000 again so if we work together like this we always criticize ourselves it's almost like we've become you know negative to ourselves as a Panth or as Punjabis or Sikhs whatever you want to call it and we don't look at the positives sometimes the positives are that Maharaj Mure Ardas karange things can happen and the greater good will come out of like a bad negative situation so we should work together like just like the missiles did they worked together and they flew the Nishan Sahib over stay in Chardi Kala they flew the Nishan Sahib over the Red Fort when we were very small in numbers so ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਵੱਧ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰੀਏ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਈਏ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਾਈਏ people used to say 40 years what's the point you go to London every year ਕੀ ਫਰਕ ਪਿਆ ਫਰਕ ਪਿਆ so this is just one Gurdwara one program and so ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ 'ਚ ਰੱਖੇ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ I have with me right now Gopal Singh Nawap India who just released Death Before Dishonour the album that's climbed up to #1 spot in the UK charts he's here at the Basics of Sikhi event commemorating 40 years since 1984 Gopal ji please share your thoughts
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ want to thank ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੋ ਜਹਾਨ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਦੇ ਰਾਜੇ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਸਭ ਗੁਣ ਤੇਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਏ ਵਿਣ ਗੁਣ ਕੀਤੇ ਭਗਤ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ ਜੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਗੁਣ ਬਖਸ਼ਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਲੈ ਵੀ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕੁਛ ਸਹੀ ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ ਜੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਦੀ ਉਹ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਰਕੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਆਪਣੇ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਕਦਾਰ ਆ ਵੀ ਓਨਲੀ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੇਬਲ ਫॉर ਆਰ ਮਿਸਟੇਕਸ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਆ ਤੇ ਦੂਜੀ ਗੱਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਲਬਮਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਐਲਬਮ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਐਲਬਮ ਬਣੀ ਆ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਯੂਕੇ ਦੀ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਮਿਊਜ਼ੀਸ਼ੀਅਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਲਿਖਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਸ ਐਲਬਮ 'ਤੇ ਉਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੋਈ ਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੰਗੀ ਕੋਈ ਮਾਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੰਗੀ ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਯੂਕੇ ਦੀ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਆਰਟਿਸਟਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਐਲਬਮ 'ਚ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਪਾਇਆ
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਆ, ਆਫਿਸ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ, ਕੋਈ ਫੈਕਟਰੀ 'ਚ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ, ਕੋਈ ਫੁੱਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਾ। ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਖਾਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ, ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸਮਾਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਐਲਬਮ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ। ਅਤੇ ਸਭ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਦੇਣ ਆ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਆ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਐਲਬਮ ਤੋਂ, ਉਹ ਯੋਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਜਿਸਟਰਡ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਆ, ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਪਿਓ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਹਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਵੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਹਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਵਾਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਹਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਹਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜਾਵੋ, ਉਹ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਮਾਤਾ ਗਰੀਬੀ ਵਿੱਚ, ਕਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਸਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਛੱਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਜੀ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਆ। ਆਪਣੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਵਾਰ ਕੇ, ਕੌਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਪੁੱਤ ਵਾਰ ਕੇ, ਤਾਂ ਅੱਤ ਦਰਜੇ ਦੀ ਗਰੀਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਹ ਕੱਟ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਇਹ ਜੋ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਆ ਯੋਰ ਸੇਵਾ, ਇਹ 100% ਡੋਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਪੋਲਿਸੀ 'ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਦਿਓਗੇ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਪਾਸ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਆ। ਅਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਪ੍ਰੂਫ ਵੀ ਲੈਣਾ ਆ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ। ਉਸ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਮਾਤਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਵੀ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜਾ ਕੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਫੋਨ 'ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਾਸੋਂ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਗੀਤ ਬਣਾਏ ਆ, ਐਲਬਮ ਬਣਾਏ ਆ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਆਏ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਖਰਚੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਵਰ ਕੀਤੇ। ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੈਸਾ ਖਰਚਤਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਖਰਚਤਾ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਆਏ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਯੋਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਚੈਰਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਗਏ ਆ। ਸ਼ੇਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ UK ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਵੀਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਨਾਲ ਖੜੇ ਆ। ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਵਿੱਚ, ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੱਥ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ। ਇਹ ਜੋ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਆ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਸਪਰੈਡ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ, ਕਿ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਘਰ ਘਰ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਐਲਬਮਾਂ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ, ਇਹ ਸ਼ੇਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ UK ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਾਪੇ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਥ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਿਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆ। 3 1 ਨਹੀਂ 2 ਨਹੀਂ 3 ਪੂਰਨ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਥ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਿਰ 'ਤੇ ਆ। ਉਹ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਜੀ। ਅਤੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਗੁਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਭਾਜੀ, ਸਿੱਖ ਚੈਨਲ।
ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਕੱਠ ਹੋਇਆ ਇੱਥੇ, ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰੋ ਪਲੀਜ਼।
ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀਰ, ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ, ਬੇਸਿਕਸ ਆਫ ਸਿੱਖੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਰਿਹਾ, ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਵਧੀਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਇੰਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਤੇ। ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਮਾਵਾਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀਰ, ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਕਲ ਜੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਵੱਖਰੀਆਂ ਵੱਖਰੀਆਂ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ, ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ, ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨਸ, ਇੱਕ ਛੱਤ ਥੱਲੇ ਇੱਕ ਕਮਰੇ 'ਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਤੇ ਆ। ਇਹ ਏਕਤਾ ਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਆ, ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਇਹ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਆ। ਸੋ ਬੇਸਿਕਸ ਆਫ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਏ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ, ਸਾਡੇ ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਖ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਸਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਏਕਤਾ ਆ, ਪਰ ਜੇ ਏਕਤਾ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੋ, ਹਿੰਮਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਕੋ, ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਲੇ ਬਣੋ ਜੀ। ਬਸ ਇੰਨੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਣੀ ਆ ਜੀ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। I have with me right now Bhai Jagmeet Singh from Basics of Sikhi. Bhai Jagmeet Singh, would you like to say a few words about today's event?
Yeah, I just came to this event after work today, and it's just blown me away how much Sangat is here, the energy in the room, the prachar that's being done, what is being said, and the young people to the old people, everybody's very engaged, and this is exactly what we need. If we don't care about the 40th anniversary of 1984 and what happened to us, and we're not telling our narrative, somebody else is going to tell our story.
Yes.
So it's been beautiful that we've seen authentic articles of faith from the Shaheed Singhs themselves. We had darshan of that. We had very powerful speeches. We're watching a documentary right now, and I just feel right now in our Panth and within Sikhi itself, great things are happening this year. It's like a turning point where this is the time to jump on board.
Yeah.
So if somebody is maybe not into Sikhi or on teetering on it, or just put the gas on. Go as fast as you can and join, because it's important times.
Yeah, amazing. And like you said, the numbers today, they shocked everybody. It's a packed hall out there. I think Kuldeep Singh, the Pradhan of the Gurdwara, was saying, you can get 800, 1,000 people and it's completely packed out, isn't it?
Honestly, like, I just feel so thankful that I got to come here and just be a part of the Sangat, and you can feel the presence of the Guru here, you know, and like, if we're not doing it, who is going to do it? And like, it's so many different jathabandiya here, organizations, tables,
all under the one banner, you know, and that's what it's all about. It's not about this divide and this jathabandi or that jathabandi. We're all one at the end of the day. That's right, isn't it?
100%. And that's what we need. Like, instead of like, we got to look past any differences and understand that even, forget 1984, that happened then, it's happening now. It's not got then and there. It's continuing on to this day, but the fight and the battle has changed, and they're using more cunning tactics. So if that affects you, what happened then? We gotta wake
up to today and see and realize the modern tactics of the oppressors of today as well, and fight against that. Whether you're fighting with your pen, whether you're fighting with some action, or just by turning up or bringing somebody along to the Gurdwara, it all makes a difference, doesn't it?
And even now, just something as simple as sharing a Facebook post or a Instagram post, because they have, like, the opposition of us has bots and they pay people and they're so organized and the propaganda is so strong. If you put even a video out, before the video gets released, based on the title of the video,
it gets suppressed.
You get suppressed, but you get so many comments bashing the video right away. So we need our Sangat to like support the prachar that's going on and research it, because I know so much Sangat that when they learnt about the atrocities of 1984 and how we are being destroyed from then up until now, then that lights a fire inside of them and say, you're trying to destroy us and kill us, let's wake ourselves up. So anybody listening, the answer is you, us, individuals. So as much as we can do to grow our Sikhi, you know, and that's
every single person can make a difference.
Of course. Like, they want us to cut our hair, they want us to take our diftars off, they want us to shut our mouths, go to work, pay our bills, be good little boys, good little girls, and forget about what happened. Our responsibility is to teach what happened. Listen to these Jardikala Gursikhs that are teaching us, reminding us year after year after year. And obviously we've got on June 15th the rally in London.
16th.
Was it 16th? Yes. Okay, sorry, it's a Saturday, isn't it?
Yes, June the 16th. And I think Kuldeep Singh mentioned when the 84 actually happened, 16 coaches went from this Gurukar back then. I
was just talking to Pai Saab Ji, that organizes it, Jazz Singh, and he said there's like tons of coaches getting packed out right now. So it's going to be an event. But Sangat Ji, like, number one, when you're within the Sangat, you feel the Guru. And number two, you get to palpatably feel what's going on, and it changes you, transforms you. You know, like, they made the sacrifice for us, and we should respect them, our shaheeds, by honoring them, by creating the Sikhi within our own life and spreading that as in a little way or a big way, whatever you can do.
Thank you very much, Bhai Jammeet Singh Ji. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We're going to finish now in a moment with the unveiling of a special image, a special painting that was commissioned around Sri Akal Takht Sahib, around the history of Sri Akal Takht Sahib, and around the Kallukari that took place. But before that, I just want to announce a few programs. There's a National Shahidi Smagam in Handsworth for Baba Deep Singh Gurdwara Sahib next weekend, and they're going to have open air Shahidi Prachar and education. As well as that, this weekend at Gurdwara Baba Sang, there's a Akhand Path Sahib in memory of the Shahid Singhs. In all of your local Gurukars, there's going to be Akhand Path Sahibs. Wherever you're from, London, Leeds, wherever you're watching, go to your local Gurukar at this time, support your local Gurukar with these programs. As well as that, there's a Amrit Sanchar this Sunday down the road. Anyone who needs to take Amrit, Jarur Shako. Anyone who's taken Amrit, also go. And when the new Ablakis come out, do Jagari and give them that honsla, give them that firms, give them that pat on the back. We're a family. And being a family, there's been many mistakes here today. We're always going to make mistakes, and for all those mistakes that we made, I just want to say, just chill out. We make some mistakes, just chill out. It happens, we're a family, let's act like a family. One of the kids makes a mistake, you go, boy Gamni, next time do this and build each other strong. I want to finish with a binti to Bhai Shamsher Singh to come up and say a few words about the image, and a binti to the rest of the panel to unveil the image, jidda we thought kusha, one person can go, all of you can go, just to unveil the image, and then we're going to finish with the Jagara in a memory of all the Shaheed Singhs and Singhniya, all the Pachangis, and everyone in that third Kallukarai.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਅਨਵੇਲਿੰਗ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ Well, this painting was commissioned to celebrate all of the Aityasik stands that were taking place at Darbar Sahib. We wanted to create something new because we've all seen the artwork around June 1984. We wanted to create something a bit unique, a bit different to celebrate this momentous occasion. Ke 40 saal ho gaye, hale sikh bhulle nige na kadi bhulna. And the spirit behind that painting is from one of our bol balle, ja raj kare hain, ja lar mare hain. And I hope you all get a chance to come and look at the painting. It has all of the moments from Sukha Singh, Mehtab Singh, to Baba Deep Singh, to the Babbar Singhs, to Sant Janel Singh, all of the Sikhs that fought and were made Harmandir Sahib Pavitra by spilling their blood. It honours all of their legacy, of all of the Singh Singhniya, जिन्होंने दरबार साहिब दे जूझ के शहीदियां पाइयां, दरबार साहिब दी पवित्रता नू कायम रखने वास्ते, to remind us the shahadat at Darbar Sahib is never a question of justice. इंसाफ शहीद दिंदा है, दुनियावी कोई इंसान व्यक्ति इंसान इंसाफ नहीं दिंदा. The shaheeds give us justice by spilling their blood, and that painting is to honour them and their sacrifice. We can make prints available that you can see on the Battle of Amritsar.com website, nsyf.org.uk website. There will be prints available to purchase. This is the original, and we're hoping to put this up in Gurukar all over the country and beyond.
How did he feel?
Yeah.
To be honest, it was difficult. I already had a basic idea of what I wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
But the brief and the further additions made it more and more complicated to do, because there's so many separate memories, if you will. You know, going back, 1700s up to 1984, it was just a case of creating something collective and then producing it as a painting.
How long did it take?
Well, just over 2 months. I think it's over 500 hours worth.
500 hours.
Yeah.
What about that perspective of a Gald duck? Because that's not been seen before, has it?
No. I looked at hundreds of images, and there wasn't this particular view, because like all the photographs, they were just like mainly taken from face forward, right,
yeah,
rather than like in profile or whatever. So I had to generate this image myself by looking at hundreds of images, and then coming up with this perspective, because from the documentary that I saw and the research that I did, they came at one way. Is from right to left. So if you was there, you'd be standing here and you'd see them coming out this way.
I want to add a point here, because when National Sikh Youth Federation approached Mahalla Noma, we put a calendar together. We create art every year. Said we want to do something to commemorate 1984, and I thought Ballav's going to be the best artist for the job, to be honest. But I'm sure he won't mind me sharing this, and you've already asked him if he's a Sikh or not, and he's not. He had reservations about anything to do with Khalistan or 1984 or something political, and Shamsher Singh and Baljit Singh shared a link to the documentary that everybody watched today, an hour of. And I think Balkishan spent 3 hours watching it, and it gave him the josh to say, you know what, actually, it was a righteous fight, and he then painted it.
Have you ever been to Darbar Sahib or Akal Takht Sahib?
Yeah, I've been everywhere around India.
And you've been Darbar Sahib and everything as well?
Yeah.
How will doing this image, you know, when you go back now to Darbar Sahib, how will doing this image, looking at all the history, how do you reckon that will change you when you go? What will you see differently?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
Because I've studied it for such a long time.
Yeah.
I've been painting for over 35 years.
Yeah.
So I've done lots of paintings of buildings and things. I mean, with this in particular, the Remembrance Sahib. I mean, if you look at modern day photographs of it, I mean, you could go now and take a photograph.
Yeah.
The place is literally covered in cables and so on, and there's all 21st century items like fans and this and that. So what I wanted to do was bring it back to the bare bones, and then show it as it is in its purity. You see, that's the way I envisaged it. So what you see here, I mean, people thought that this is the sky and everything. It's not. What this is like, imagine a droplet falling from heaven, and the water around the temple, and those ripples are radiating outwards.
What was your favourite part? And which part of the image is your favourite?
I don't have a favourite part. No, don't have a favourite part in this. I treated every part of the image with equal respect. I mean, I haven't got favouritisms in anything. The part that gave me a little bit of pleasure was doing the sky upwards, because I didn't need to rely on photos or anything.
Okay, no way. Fair play, man. Thank you very much. Okay. Respect. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Just the event here at Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smethwick has come to an end. It's been a fantastic event where hundreds of people came, if not maybe touching 1,000. It's been successful, celebrating 40 years since 1984. Now the next event is on the 16th of June. Please show your support by coming on the march to London through coaches all around the country. That's all from me. Thank you very much, and thank you for your support to SIKH Channel. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.